Hey, good evening. Welcome to Battle Bats, EVE Online. Today I'm going to switch things up. Last couple episodes I did a bunch of videos on planetary interaction. I'm still doing that, but I want to step away from it. It got a little bit probably tedious for people to listen to. So, as I said in the last videos, I want to switch things up. I'll come back to it later on to see how things are going. Did learn a few more things. Every day you learn something with this stupid game. I was at work today. It is a work week, next couple days. But I was thinking about what do I want to do next. I really want to start focusing on ships and learning them, learning the factions, but just the main basic factions. I truly believe in having a foundation and building on top of that. And the other thing I love is watching movie reviews. um, I have an idea. I'm going to try it out using a couple of the different tools that are out there. What I want to do is over the next couple episodes, for the four factions, go over a specific type of frigate that they have, each one of them, fit them out very quickly, and then I want, I have a way to do that. Then also pull up Z kill board and randomly choose the last guy that died in that ship. And after I've looked at the initial fit that I have here, take a quick gander at that. I think every time you can compare one thing and another, it helps you learn. I am still learning at this game. I'm still fairly new, but I'm having a lot of fun. I had a good time the other day. A friend of mine sent over a fit he was asking me about, and I had no idea about it. But I looked at it, and there were a couple of things that I was like, oh, I don't know about this or that. So I was like, wow, I'm starting to learn a little bit more about this game. So I think the more I delve into it, the better I'll get. The other thing, too, well, I need more coffee. Shoot. I think I'm good. Here we go. It should last me. The other thing, too, is a lot of the ships that I'm going to go over have Tech 2 or faction level ships to it. So when I am short on content, this is a very easy thing to pull up for both me to learn, for me to kind of timestamp and then come back and look at later on. A great example right now is I've been currently flying a Tristan. And I love the Tristan. It gives me a lot of options, but there are some negatives to it. If you've never flown a Tristan before, I think you'd like it. Well, I don't know how you play, but I like it, so you've got to like it. So let's just jump into it. So the thing that I want to use, and I want to give this out to anybody who's new out there, anybody in our corporation that's jumped in. I have my main character is in a Nubro small little corporation. Then I have my test character that I play with that you'll see has his own corporation that I mess around with there. He's more of a test guy and hauling guy. But when I have a new person who's playing, I always point them to this website. I think it's probably the simplest, most compact website I found for any alpha player, but it works almost for anybody. Now, there might be other websites out there. You might know of them. If you do, just feel free to post it up in the comment section. But this one I found to be really good. I always kind of go back to it. It's very simple. It's called The Alpha's Guide to the Galaxy. It's thealphasguide.com. Basically, it goes step for step, helping new players get started with the game. And even to the point where fitting out your rookie ship, if you see here. So then using the market and going to the career agents, upgrading to a new ship. When you get to the upgrade of a new ship, this is what I want to actually use. Because they have taken, whoever made this site did a great job. And I think they constantly update it. Which I like this format because if you do one that's a video, you have to update the video. This you can just update a few lines or the fit or something like that. But it seems like it's pretty much up to date. But it's really well written, really well done. But what I want to do is, use their simplest fit that a alpha player would use and go over it real quick within the game. And I'll pull this page over to the side and just fit it out the way they have. But they have every one of the starting ships that you can get, even here cruisers and battle cruisers and industrials. But mostly I'm looking at the frigates. And to start off, I want to do the Tristan because I've been flying it. I'm used to it. I know what to look for. I'm sure as I do more of these, I'll start digging deeper into them. But this one I'm just going to do a quick overview of. And if you just click on this one, if you go to any one of these guys here, this is why I just so like this site. This is really a basic, regular level fit that you can set up. See, Galente has the incursuses, and then they also have them separated too. A lot of people don't realize this, but each one of the major factions has 6 starter frigates, and they all have their brother or sister in another faction. Each one of them has a fast attack frigate. Each one of them has a heavy attack frigate. Each one of them has a heavy combat frigate. And then each one has a exploration frigate, a logistics frigate, and then an electronic warfare frigate. So, and then what I'd like to do is so I'm going to focus on the Tristan and its brothers and sisters for the next 4 videos. And then maybe do a 5th video at the very end where I compare the 4 and grade them from what I've seen or what I've learned after doing it. So here I'm going to go ahead and pull up the Tristan. Here they have a recommended fit to start off with. It's very, very simple, all Tech 1 stuff. The other thing, as you get in here, they even tell you about the weapons. They tell you about the defenses, the utilities, the rigs that might go on to it, how to fly it, which is almost more important than anything else, and future improvements. And this is an upgraded one. So what I want to do is just focus on this one here. So I'm going to pull this over to the side. I've already got the Tristan up here in my simulator. And I'm going to go ahead to here and I'm going to put some neutron blasters on here. And as I add on everything, neutron blasters. Hardware, that would be helpful. There we go. Let's try this again. Neutron blaster. And they have a light neutron blaster one, 2 of them. 1. Now why are they using neutron blasters? Well, when you pull up the Tristan, its bonuses are to small hybrid turrets and drones. So they're throwing on some hybrid turrets here. And the bonus for the hybrid turrets is your tracking speed. I watched a couple videos on this, and this is where I was trying to figure out how to do these videos. And there are a ton of Tristan videos out there. It seems like people are just pulling it up and just throwing stuff together and explaining it, but I like it whenever you compare, and that's what I want to do here is compare. When I get done doing the first 4, I might look at variations, or whenever we look at the last guy that died, because I have no idea what I'm going to look at, we might see a difference. I like, they have blasters on this, which is your punching up front in the face guns. The bonus here is for your tracking speed. You don't really, if you're right up front on somebody, tracking speed isn't as needed. I think the neutron blasters off the top of my head have a smaller tracking speed than some of the other blasters, but still, I like this hybrid turret tracking speed bonus for railguns. But we're going to go with what they have here. Maybe visit later on in another video on upgrade. And then obviously they've got their drone hit points, their drone bonuses, which is for hit points and tracking speed. big thing here to notice is this is for hit points and tracking speed. It is not for damage. So each skill level, they're going to be a little bit able to survive a little bit more, and have a little bit better tracking, so they can hit smaller ships better. But they're not going to do any more damage. So that's big. Now they might do more damage by how well they hit something, which is reflected with tracking speed. Also, if you doesn't matter how much punch you hit something with, if you're not able to hit it, that's what you need tracking speed for. So, but those are the two bonuses. So we'll go ahead and let's hobgoblins, and we're going to take and we're going to drop 1, 2. See over here, my DPS is going up. I'm at 25 now. 37.4, 49, 62. 62 DPS. The major problem you run into with comparing ships live like this is that it's going by my skills. My skills are different from an alpha character's. I also have 5 drones that I can fly. A lot of alpha characters don't have that. It takes a long time to skill that up, especially at the beginning. But we're still going to go with this the way it is. Okay, so they also, what type of bullets are they using? Antimatter charges. So we're going to go with was it antimatter? Oops. So I need ammo. Where is... Does it not allow me to... Oh, charges. There we go. I'm stupid. It's been a while. Antimatter. Okay, antimatter. Small charges. Drop that there. Drop that there. So my base damage right now is roughly 100 DPS, 99.3 with the skills that I have, without any bonuses, anything like that. So let's go ahead and delete that off. Okay, now they go with 1 afterburner. So regular afterburner. Oops, gotta go back to hardware. I keep doing that. 1 MN. Modules. Come on, 1 MN. It's just a regular afterburner, nothing special about it. We'll drop that on there. And then a small capacitor. Okay, so right now, if I don't have this on the ship, my speed is... Oh, my brain is tired today. I'm sorry, there it is. 373.1 meters per second. If I have that on and activate it, I'm at 790. So it more than doubles my speed. So the next one there is small capacitor booster. Small capacitor booster. If I can type small capacitor booster, there you are. And we need, now the cap booster I'm not going to add in, as I can show you here. I'm just going right down the line as to what they've got here. Not going to bother with that. The cap booster is there to increase your capacitor, so that if you're in trouble and your capacitor's down, you can throw some more energy into it. So that's understandable because of the next thing I'm going to throw on there. It's going to be armor repair. It's small armor repair 1. Again, just the basics. You can kill 3 rats and find a better armor repair out there. I've got so many armor repairers in my inventory, it's ridiculous. Mostly this will be used for your armor repair. This is obviously an armor tanked ship, partly speed tanked with the afterburner, but armor tanked because of that. Let's take another look here. So then we've got damage control. Good. Drop that in here. What does damage control do? Damage control gives you a little bit of a bonus to your damage shield, a little bit better bonus to your armor, and a really good bonus to your hull. So if you keep an eye out over here, if I don't have this on, I have 0 defense for shields on my EM, and very little defense over here for explosive on my armor, and then 33 across the board for everything else. Throwing on the damage control makes a huge difference for that last minute that you're trying to survive. Because if you notice there, we did get a little bit of a bonus here and a little bit of a bonus here, but across the board, watch where my structure goes. It goes up to 54. Every single one of those went up by 21 points. That is a huge bonus at that last little part where you get into structure and you're trying to repair. Maybe you're fighting somebody, maybe you're trying to warp out. How many times have you warped out or not warped out right before you could have died and you could have used that on your ship? The last one here is probably one of the more important items. Your drone damage amplifier. Just a basic one. Drone damage amplifier increases the damage of each of the drones that you have there. So just by having this on here, it goes, my damage per second goes from 99.3 up to 108.6. And they do have, actually I don't think they have any rigs here. Nope, they don't have any rigs for this. We'll keep it though. Wait, nope, they've got a small hybrid collision accelerator. So, small hybrid collision accelerator. If I'm not mistaken, that increases the damage from your hybrid turrets. So let's look here real quick. Ship modification is designed to increase the ship's hybrid turret damage at the expense of an increased power grid need for hybrid weapons. So these two guns will do more damage, but they cost more to fit onto the ship. Now, you notice here that there's some capacitor space here and some power grid space here. This is all they have loaded on here with their explanation. I can understand that because I've got a few skills that have increased my power grid and my capacitor. So I can maybe fit a few more on here, but I'm going to leave this the way it is. The idea of this ship, off the way they have it built for a person who just boots up and starts playing Eve, is you've got your short range guns here. They do 800 optimal range, 3,500 fall off range. So you want to get right up close and hit somebody. It got an afterburner on it. So what you're going to want to do is you want to turn that afterburner on and orbit them. You're going to want to set your orbit to 500 most likely, because when you do orbit them with your afterburner on, it's going to push you out to about 1,000. So you definitely want to have it at 500. What that does is it increases your, I think it's transitional, which makes it harder for somebody to hit you. The closer you are and the faster you're going, it makes it harder for them to hit you. So that's what's called speed tank. I've talked about that before. I'm still not an expert of it, but it's pretty simple stuff. It's like a bee. I'm 6'5". Me trying to swat a bee is ridiculous, especially when it's pissed. I just came up with that. I'm pretty proud. Whereas if the bee is out here and I've got to fly, and if the bee is right in here and I'm trying to swat at it, I can't get to it. But if the bee is out here and I've got a fly swatter and I'm swatting at it, then it's a lot easier to possibly hit. So the closer you get, the faster you move, the harder it is for somebody to hit you. So that is speed tanking. I am going to use that analogy over and over again. I need to lose weight. Okay. With that, you've got your cap booster here. So if that is running, it will deplete in 1 minute and 25 seconds if that and my armor repair are running at the same time. This is really big up here. See how I have this running right now? It's not running here. There we go. Okay, so it's not running. My cap is stable, so I don't have to worry about my cap running out. If I turn my afterburner on, my cap is still stable. Okay? But if I turn on both my afterburner and my armor repair, in 1 minute and 30, basically 25 seconds, I will run out of capacitor. That's where your cap booster comes in. If you are in a big fight, if you're fighting hard and you're using both of these, your cap booster will then replenish you. Then you've got your drone damage bonus here and your gun damage over here. So you're going to end up doing 112.3. This adds on about 4 DPS per minute, but I could actually throw in another one here and boost it up, but then that would also cost me on how much these boot in. Things I might want to look at down the road, whether or not, and I don't know if I can or not, I definitely want to fill this spot out and this spot out in another rig. I would probably go the medium area first. I don't need this third slot just yet. And I would probably try to see if there was something like I think it's an omnidirectional unit that helps my drones, or something to help my gun tracking, one of the two. Other options I might have are to go with rail guns to make these long distance, but we're going to stick with this one. So that's where we're at. Other things to look at here, we've got our speed is 362. Our align time is roughly 4 seconds. To align to something, to warp out, is 4 seconds. To actually get to warp, affects the acceleration and turning speed positively. Okay. And then it's got space for, I think, 8 drones total. So what you could do is actually, and I actually do this with my PVE, Tristan, is I have my 5 drones, and then I just went Omega. I have 5 salvage drones in there. The other option to do is, especially if you're an alpha, that 5th drone slot takes a long time. I think it takes like 9 days. But if you're only going with 4 drones, you can go 4 drones of like Hornets and 4 drones of Hobgoblins. So you can switch them up depending on who you're fighting. So that's an option. And I still got a little bit of room of power grid and CPU down here. That's pretty much it. Now let's have some fun. Let's take a look. If you've never, anybody who's new to the game, I'm sure 99% of the people do this. But we're going to go into Z Killboard. No idea what I'm going to find here. Okay. And there's so many things you can do with Z Killboard that are so helpful. Most people just use it to look up other people. But you can look up ships. Type in Tristan. This is, the reason why I'm doing this as well is it's very helpful if you're trying to look for a fit. You don't know what to do. I see a lot of people online, hey, can you send me this fit or that fit? Go in here. Look at the guys who are winning. Look to see what their fits are. Fits are 50% of the game. Flying capacity, or flying proficiency, I think, is 50% of the game. I've seen over and over again, especially my corp mates, talk about being able to kill battle cruisers with destroyers because they know what they're doing and the other guy doesn't. Now, I'm not talking like swarms of destroyers. I'm talking a destroyer versus a battle cruiser. So, alrighty, so look at this. So we got a decent number of Tristans that have died. And all of these are worth a lot of money. 33 million. So you can go anywhere from 1.78 million to 33 million. Now the only thing I'm looking at here is these are the same ones, but it is saying that they're solo. They were killed solo. So let's take a look. So that is, oh, it's an Entosisor. Okay, so I'm not too worried about that. An Entosis ship is something that people use to jump things in and out of different areas. We'll go and see if we can find something else that is not really a combat ship there. Let's just scroll down here to this one here. Okay, so it looks like this guy had his ship set up only for drone damage. Okay, he's got a shield tank. He's got a medium shield extender. He's got a micro warp drive on it, and a scoped warp disruptor. And then over here, he's got a nanofiber internal structure with some drones, some drone to do more damage. Damage amplifier. Ah! And then looking down here, small EM shield reinforcer, polycarbon engine housing, and auxiliary thrusters. So what I'm looking at here is possibly not a fighting ship, but a tackle ship. If I'm not mistaken, if you see something different here, you can tell me. Because he doesn't have anything up here that's going to do any damage with guns. He's focused on his maneuverability and his speed. He's focused on tanking with shields, and he's got a warp disruptor. So what this tells me is probably he was part of a fleet, maybe. It is a low-cost ship. It's only a 2.5 million ISK ship. And he's fast and tries to tank a little bit. So in other words, he's trying to get in quickly to then lock somebody down so maybe some of his friends come. It's a possibility. He was killed by CD, this guy here. So let's go see if he died to anybody recently. See, this is the stuff you can dig deep into here. April 7th in Blackrise. So let's go back over here. It looks like, well, he killed a bunch of guys in Blackrise too. So that doesn't mean anything. So Logan DeGros of Novus Galante Archangel, blah blah, Galante Federation. Fashion Galante Federation. Okay, so it looks like he is part of an NPC corp, I think. But it was in low sec, so it doesn't matter. He could have been helping them out. So that is a tackle, in my mind, a tackle Tristan. Let's look for one more, see if anybody else was out there actually fighting. What are you there? Okay. So this is probably a brand new player. This is an NPC only kill mail. So this guy got killed by an NPC. And yeah, definitely a new player. If anybody wants to reach out to them and help them. I'm just looking here. They've got 2 railguns, not too bad, but a core probe launcher. Okay? And a civilian relic analyzer and a civilian data analyzer. So they might have even just started. They died to an NPC character, so they've got an nanofiber internal structure. So there's really a lot of rhyme or reason. Probably just left the career agents. Nothing wrong with this. They probably just jumped out and started playing. So kudos to them for jumping out there and doing it, and hopefully they'll get better. I might even reach out myself to see if they need any help. So as you can see, there's like 3 different types of fits here that you go through that other people do. I'm sure there's 1,000 more. There's no perfect fit. If there was a perfect fit, then everybody would be flying the same ship all the time, and this would be the most boring game on the planet. Alrighty. I'm glad I made this video. I'm going to think about it over the course of the day. Tomorrow, I will probably hit either Galente, I did Galente, Caldari. I could review their Kestrel. That's their heavy attack frigate. I haven't really looked at a Kestrel too. That might be kind of cool. You got the Amar right here. Let me just back over here. The Amar ships here. That would be the Tormentor or the Rifter, which is like basically the thing that they slap on almost, the ship they slap on almost every cover photo because it looks like an X-Wing fighter. They're trying to get the Star Wars players. But still, it's a great ship, but it's another heavy attack figure. So the next couple videos I want to compare all 4, and then maybe the 5th video, do a final grading or something. I'm not 100% sure yet. But hopefully this was helpful to anybody that's new. It's helpful to me to just go through it, to see some things. It forces me to kind of do some stuff. If you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, any problems, any issues, just let me know. Just comment in the comment section, or you can contact me. My in-game character's name is... Oh, this is my other character. Well, it doesn't matter. You can contact my main character. It's Amos Abraham. Or you can contact Ashford Rogers is my test character. That's the one that I do most of my stuff through when I'm testing stuff out for the videos. But looking forward to the next video. And it also gives me something quick that I can pull up and do on my work days. So, you guys have a great night. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however the heck you want. Have a good one. I always forget to pull up the go away stop.